skull state of mind. We analyze how you play the line. Purple and yellow, we on the grind. D was the host and he's taking time. With expert opinions, we moving dominion. If passion is in you, then let's go continue. Bank on it just like a stadium venue. The topics we serving up just like a menu. We in our prime, high stepping. You feel the scene like it's cold peppers. Harder like Carter, but keep it smiling. Like this was the catch number 1,000. The show you gon' love it. You better tell your mama, cousin. The internet's talking and buzzing. So pull up a chair and just grab a drink. About the Vikings, tell us what you think. But we in our skull state of mind. We analyze how you play the line. Everything purple and yellow. Let's take it up a level. Start the show. Yeah, it's time.
What it do? What it do? What up? What up, Zoe? What up? What up, man? Thank
man,
you,
what's the deal, my God, man? Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's.
Man, let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, yo, so, that was the intro. I just used that one, so I ain't got to put up a ticker or go straight in, move some stuff around before I start. But, yeah, we got some stuff we're going to get into real quick, and I just want to go through what we're going to dive on real quick so everybody can kind of get a feel of what we're going to talk about. So look, we're going to dive into that JJ McCarthy situation. JJ is back on Sunday. The quarterback position going forward. I know we're going to have to talk about your guy, Brian Flores, of course. The Harrison Smith situation, dive into the game a little bit against the Packers, especially, knowing that damn well the Packers is going to be playing, they backups. And, we got to give a little insight on, who's more at blame for the disappointing season. Is it Kwesi? Is it Kevin O'Connell? Is it the Wilfs? Whatever. And, we're going to dive into some Twitter reactions too. So with that being said, that's the outline of the show. So let's just get into it, man. Let's just start it off with JJ McCarthy, man. JJ McCarthy will be back at center starting on Sunday for the Minnesota Vikings after suffering a hairline fracture against the New York Giants, a couple of weeks ago. I don't know how you feel about it, Zoe. I'm gonna let you go first, man.
Like, I don't know if it really was a hairline fracture because the timetable was 3 to 6 weeks. I looked at it, but at the end of the day, some people gonna say you sit him the last game of the season, but to me, he should have played last week. If he can play today, I won't see him out there regardless, even though it's a backup or not. JJ McCarthy, I feel like need all the reps, even though you might or other people might say he injury prone, just sit him for the season. No, fuck that. He need to be out there the last game of the season and end the game on a healthy note.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. And that's kind of like how I feel about the situation too, because it's like you got a lot of people out there, right? That's like, oh, JJ McCarthy's injury prone. He can't finish a game. He can't finish the season, all this other shit. But I look at it from a different perspective like this, though, right? Like, if you feel he's injury prone and you feel like he's not the quarterback of the future, why not put him out there so he can showcase what he got and actually build some kind of, repetition with his receivers down the field, or, just get another game under his belt. And people got to understand, though, too, this is only be his 10th start this season. Other 7 games with somebody else playing quarterback, right? So he needs the reps, regardless if it's going to be backups or not. He needs the reps. And it's like people got to understand that shit. They just want they want shit to be microwave for him, like off top, like, oh, we get a quarterback and, here we go. And this is what it's going to be. I don't look at that shit like that, man. I'm thinking long term. Like, only thing I can say about McCarthy going to this game, and this is probably for anybody for the Minnesota Vikings, is come out this motherfucker healthy. That's it. That's it. That's it. Now, we got a couple of people in the chat, and we got T, backstage. We're gonna get to it, in a second. But we got a couple of people in chat, so let's just acknowledge them real quick. So
I see TP shit.
Good morning. Good morning. Hey, TP, you more than down to come on here, man. Good afternoon. I'm gonna send you the link, TP, if you want to jump in on here, man. So let's just go through the chat real quick to kind of catch up. Yo, what's up? Anybody new to the channel, it's your first time seeing it, it done came up on your algorithm. Hey, just subscribe. We talk football here. We talk about different opinions. We don't always agree with each other, but we're going to give y'all unfiltered opinions on how we actually feel about it. So, all right. So, yeah, TP. Hey, man. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Hey, TP, I'm finna send you something right now. We got somebody saying what's good, Zoe, cause and effect.
What's
All
good,
right, T,
cause and effect? What's the deal, my
we
boy?
we
Happy
bring
New
you
Year.
on
Happy
real.
New Year's to everybody, man. Happy New Year's.
There we go. There we go. All right. So T, man, we just talked about the first topic right now. The first topic is actually, bring it back up on the screen. The expectations you got for JJ McCarthy going forward, not like the rest of his career, but for this game, like what you want to see. Like, is it a good idea, bad idea? Should we question the hairline fracture? Shit like that. Just let me know.
I'm gonna say this. First of all, happy New Year to y'all both. Hope all y'all had safe New Year's. Um, as far as my expectation, just to stay healthy. Stay
Okay.
healthy.
Same to you.
Be consistent. Be consistent. Uh, just so that the organization actually put, show them that they actually do believe in you. Go in there, even though it don't mean nothing to the Packers, don't mean nothing to them, but it means a lot to us. Like I told you last week, it had that momentum going in there. It's like you gotta have that going into the next season, and so that's what I want. That's what my expectation is for him to be more consistent. Take care of the ball and make sure, and had that mindset like, yeah, it's the last game of the season, but make sure thinking like it's my first game of the season.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, like, it has to be a situation to where like the Vikings got to actually build on this situation, going forward. And we got TP the Giant coming in here, man. I know some people feel this is just a skull state of mind is basically saying, it's only a Vikings podcast. It's actually not. I actually tried my best to kind of revamp the situation. I changed the name a little bit to actually a football podcast because I'm welcoming, any fans on here to talk some football. So TP the Giant, man, how you doing, man? Happy New Year, man. What's good?
Happy New Year, fellas. Happy New Year for sure.
Happy New Year.
I just know that we both are in an interesting like quarterback situation. It's different, but we still when your season ends the way our season has ended, these conversations are had, and some of them are stretched to the point that where they're a little dramatic. I get it. And then some of them are just necessary. So that's why I asked that in the chat, because I just want to cover all bases. I mean, what if, right? We're not wishing injuries on anybody, but like hypothetically, if JJ gets hurt in this last game, I want to know as Viking fans, like, is this the cherry on top for y'all? Like, are y'all like, all right, we got to move in a different direction? Or what does this do for y'all?
All right, I'll take it from the top. For me, I ain't really tripping. Like, if it depends on the injury, right? I know we can't go in there and cherry pick. Like, all right, we want the injury to be a finger, not a rolled ankle, not an ACL, nothing like that. But I just think like that's the risk you take, especially with McCarthy not playing, the whole season, his first year, and then missing multiple games this year. Like, if he's healthy to play, he got to play. We got to understand that as football too. Like, he can get injured on any play, and that's just the risk you take. But I'm not still like going to be like, all right, cool, he's injury prone. I still say at the end of the day, like, regardless of how he plays or injured or not, the Vikings still got to go out there and bring in a viable veteran quarterback just in case. That they got to be in a situation to where they can't be, looking for Carson Wentz to come in here and win a couple of games of Mertz Brosmer, again. So that's just how I look at it, TP.
But ain't that worse though? If it's something different, whether it's mine or not, doesn't that make it worse? Because then that really falls into the conversation of him being injury prone.
Yeah, it does. It does. But I'm just like, at this point, man, I'm just not really worried about it. If he can't get through this game healthy, then it is going to be what it is. Like, it's out of my control. And I just say at the end of the day, like, Vikings fans in the organization, they gotta prepare themselves for that. Like, it's football, man. Like, if he plays well, he plays bad. Like, the biggest thing outside of Flores is offseason is getting a backup quarterback. Now, that's something they got to do, regardless. So,
I'll tell you, man, like, over here, we've been through the same thing. Like, everyone knows about the whole Saquon Barkley thing, how that situation went down. But Saquon really became, for Giant fans, was more of the conversation piece as to, look, I don't care how special people believe him to be. He's never available. So it just doesn't work for us.
Yeah, true.
You know, but then he leaves and he's the most available guy ever. So it's
That's
just
how
like
it happens.
the injury conversation is tricky. You know what I mean?
And that's just one thing how I look at injuries. Like you can't predict them. You can't cherry pick how long it's gonna be. You just gotta roll with the punches and take it for what it is. So just like you said, Saquon was banged up with you guys like multiple years. I mean, even Daniel Jones is banged up for you guys multiple years. I mean, it came to fruition again, you know, with the Colts, but at the same time, it's like, man, you can't predict them. I just feel like as an organization, you have to be able to have some kind of a blanket that's just in case guys get hurt, you can still do what you got to do. Like one guy shouldn't be able to go down and your whole season falls to shit. That's why you have a 53-man roster. That's why you have 20-something coaches on the coaching staff. Like you have to figure that shit out. And that's just something like I feel like the Vikings kind of dropped the ball on multiple positions. Like they just went out there and had one guy that the offense probably was just going to be around, and then next thing you know, that person's not available and they can't do shit. Like shouldn't be like that.
You know what I don't get? I don't get why mainstream media, why they talk about the Giants should look forward to getting a Mendoza, but they don't talk about that with y'all.
They do talk about that with us.
Oh,
they do.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Oh,
They do.
okay.
They do.
They do.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, man, because that's a topic that we're gonna get into, like our quarterback outlook, you know, next year. And like I just made a comment, well, not a comment, I made a short a few days ago, man, and I expressed and I kind of broke it down, you know, a little bit in that little 2-minute spurt. But look, this is how I see it. As a Viking fan, the Vikings has always been an organization that looks forward to fill their quarterback need. If it's Kirk Cousins, if it's Sam Darnold, if it's Matt Castle, is it Brett Favre, it's all these other guys. Like they never had the patience to, hey, maybe we should give Teddy Bridgewater a 1-year deal after the injury to see if he still got it. You know, like Christian Ponder didn't pan out, and he had an MVP, you know, with him, and they actually went to the playoffs, right? So this team hasn't been patient enough, and I just feel like the mainstream media is like they always want to like create some kind of narrative to like, oh, the coach don't like this and this and that, and it's like, bro, like when is this organization gonna sit back and just be patient and develop their own? Like y'all just waiting for other organizations to develop quarterbacks, and then we poach them, and then we feel like we one quarterback away, and that's bullshit to me, man. Like I just hate that shit. You know, we got people out there that really talking about Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow, and I tell Zoe this shit all the time, man. It seems like every fucking week it's a new quarterback linked to our team. Every week, it's like, what the fuck? Didn't we just draft the quarterback top 10 2 years ago? Like, I know he's been hurt, and I know he hasn't played good, but can we wait to develop him or what? Like what the fuck is this? Like, this shit is bullshit to me. I don't know if y'all dealing with that, you know, from the extent that, but like, I'm just tired of hearing it, man. I'm tired of fires and going at people and having to explain to them, like, yo, we did this shit with Kirk Cousins. Like, we did this shit. Like, and I asked the thing, people, and they can't answer the question. I'm gonna ask you too, T. Mm-hmm. During the 2018 offseason, after the Vikings came off the NFC title game, outside of Kirk Cousins, who was the best quarterback for the Vikings to actually sign?
Oh, wow.
Point right there. But
yeah,
you think about it, because Kirk was the best quarterback available.
Yeah.
So they went for the fences, overpaid for Kirk, and look what the fuck happened. We can't do that shit again. So I'm gonna pass it to y'all, because I got my TV in the background. I don't know why that shit is on. Just keep fucking sound. I'll be right back. Y'all going?
Just real quick, just to update y'all. I don't know if y'all tuned in to the Panther and Bucks game, but Bucks 7, Panthers 0. Panthers got the ball. But Zoe, who you want? I mean, who you looking at right now? I mean, where your mind at in this whole thing?
My mind really is, you know, I'm a big JJ fan. To me, the quarterback position, it's a lot mental. And I think JJ McCarthy got the mental to be the quarterback of the future for the Vikings. It's just come down to play calling and can he stay on the football field? That's my only concern with JJ McCarthy. But other than that, though, like, we got a lot of holes we need to fill, like our offense side of the ball, the defense, of course. I'm already prepared that B-Flow is leaving because he don't like the head coach and he leaving this year. So I don't think next year is going to be a good year for the Minnesota Vikings because the defense and offense is going to take a step back. But it is what it is with me.
I seen your short. That shit had me screaming. Your short
Which one?
about Brian Flores when he was not answering the question. Bro, I was screaming. That shit was hilarious. He said, "Answer the damn question." Nah, it was real. It was real. It was real.
Hey,
that said a lot.
So we got a comment right here. Let me see where this shit is at right here. My bad, y'all, if I get to the comments too late. But look, I gotta acknowledge this one. This person said, "I'd rather see Brosmer get more reps." Why? Why do you want to see Max Brosmer get more reps? Like, what is that you want to see?
That shit I don't get with Vikings fans, bro. Like Max Brosmer should not be on no man. He should not be on no 53-man roster.
He be on a practice squad somewhere, man.
Like, come on, man, bro.
He had all the opportunities in the world.
Yeah, like what are we talking about here? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna ask this guy one question. Yeah. Are you from Minnesota? Do you live in Minnesota? Because I seem like a lot of y'all from Minnesota are Golden Gopher fans, and y'all just want to root for the Golden Gopher to play for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. I mean, come on now, y'all got to get out y'all fandom, man.
That man would crash out the Gophers, man. I watched him 1 year at Minnesota. He wasn't nothing.
Yeah,
I guess you got to remember it's a reason why he went undrafted.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a reason why he went undrafted for a reason. So
yeah, man,
I
don't want to see them
32 teams and how many picks in the draft, and you still didn't get picked up from 18. There's a reason why.
So I don't mean to switch shit up though, but TP, honestly though,
talk to me.
Do you feel like y'all drafting the quarterback in round 1 for real though?
I feel like that would not make sense at all. Like, and this is the thing, man. I see what's happening like around the league too much. I feel like I understand the quarterback position is important because it is, but I feel like people overrate the quarterback position. Like, even when we think about y'all, right? Like, the only issue that I really see with JJ McCarthy right now, like the only major issue, is him being on the field. He's shown you enough to say, oh, okay, we could build on his play. We could build on top of what he's doing. So, like, all of these outlandish things that people feel like we need to do, like, y'all going to get a Joe Burrow. For what? For what? Why are we acting like there aren't other pieces of the team that needs attention? So, like, I just don't understand why that's even a conversation for us, because Jackson Dart has done enough for us to be able to say, okay, we can build around him. People forget Jackson Dart played every game without a Malik Neighbors. He played most of his games without a Cam Scatterbo. And our receiving core was already, like mediocre at best. So, like, you build around that. I mean, I'm taking.
Do y'all got money?
No.
Do y'all got money in this free agency?
Y'all
don't?
No.
Who y'all paying?
Shit, everybody. I mean,
they got Dexter. Yeah. They got a few guys. They got offensive linemen. That they already playing. So yeah,
and then Wandale Robinson, who he's a 1K receiver now, and he's on his contract here. He's looking probably to get paid, maybe around 15 mil. So you got Brian Burns, who just hit all his incentives as well. Like, he hit the
Pro rookie though, right?
Nah, Burns
is still a rookie.
Who?
Burns is not a rookie. No, Burns ain't a rookie.
You must be talking about
like a couple years on this belt.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Carter.
Yeah, Abdul. Yeah, Abdul's a rookie.
So TB, let me ask you this though. So by you having them people you have on defense, like, when y'all be trying to move off somebody in the offseason? Like, when that makes sense?
Unfortunately, that's what I fear. Like I think someone like a Tibbs. Well, I don't know. Maybe not Tibbs, but
I'm
I
talking
feel
like Dexter Lawrence or like Lawrence or Burns or somebody.
if we can't afford to do that because
Oh, okay.
if we do that, we already we already need some interior help.
Mhm.
So if you let go of Dex, now you're taking 5 steps back. You know what I mean? Rather than trying to, help
Right.
manage that
Yeah,
situation.
I got you
So,
because
So with that
I'm
number
not.
two pick, so with that number 2 pick that y'all got, who do you want to see them get with that number 2 pick?
Trey.
honestly, that's on the table as well. Either trade down, but
Who would you
I ain't
pick
gonna
though?
hold you. I like Carnell Tate. You pair him with Malik Neighbors,
On where?
Ohio State,
The
Yeah.
receiver?
the receiver.
Yeah,
You want a
that'd be a
receiver at
good
number
pick,
2?
yeah.
No, but that's the thing though. I don't even really want a receiver. I just like Carnell Tate. So like, I'll be real with you. I don't even really want a receiver. I really want to really focus on the defensive side of the ball, or maybe help that offensive
So
line. But
I
Carnell
just,
Tate to me, I think
I,
moves the needle.
I just about to say that to you. Like, do you think your offense line need a dresser or no?
I think they always do, bro. Like
You
the
got
offensive line
Like who the
is
weakest link? I'm saying who the weakest link on your O line? You need out of there though. Like it's
right.
like
All
2
right,
or 1
speaking
person.
of speaking of the money situation, you have Jermaine Illuminor, who already has said he's trying to be paid like a top right tackle in the league. So are we
that
are
shit
we
be
letting them go?
quick.
And it's like he not right tackle talent. He's solid, like he's cool. He not top right tackle talent. But anyway, you
See,
have
that's how-
that.
Let me chime in on that. See, that's how some guys kind of ruin their career, right? They get their agents that lift their head up and say like I should be paid X, Y, and Z, but they don't necessarily put in the whole circumstance on why they either performed over what they normally do or something like that. And they get this inflated number, and their agent like goes out there and they kind of shop it to, hey, this guy's gonna be the next best thing. You should overpay for him. He's a Pro Bowler, R Pro, whatever shit like that. And then they go to another team that's a different scheme, and they don't even look the same. Like guys gotta think more about like their longevity in the league and like basically like keeping their money to the point of being like, all right, why am I gonna sign this big old deal to be one of the highest paid guards in the league?
Yeah.
And then the next year I get cut in 2 seasons. And now I'm looking for another contract. Like we see guys do that not with guard. We see guys do that shit all over the league at different positions. And that kind of affects the league too. Cause it's like, bro, like some of y'all not that damn good. Y'all just solid on that team.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I want to shout out East Coast Gridiron that's in the chat. I be tuned into them heavy when it comes to that college football knowledge, and they be on it, man. So shout out to East Coast Gridiron. But yeah, nah, you 1,000% right. You 1,000% right. And see, that's where it's just like it gets a little tricky for us too, because now there's question marks there. We have this young guy, Marcus Mambo, who we drafted, who is a lot of upside to him, right? But to me, I feel like if anywhere needs depth, you need to have depth up front.
Yeah,
with that offensive line.
In the trenches, man.
In the trenches.
In the trenches, man. In the trenches. Like it's that's where it's gotta be, man. That's where it's gotta be. Like I just think like me. Oh, go ahead, T.
No, I was just gonna say I agree with you guys 1,000% because look at our situation. JJ been hurt because of bad offensive line play, and the fact that you got. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, that's about a good 40-60% there. There's about good 40-60% there as far as the blame of the bad offensive line. But it's like, I mean, if you look at like I told you last week, I was an offensive lineman in high school and college, so it's like I know the whole feeling of the fact that if you can't do your job, somebody else will do your job for you. And if you giving up sacks, you giving up untimely, blocks, whatever, you got to go.
So T, you went there. Now you went there, and I wasn't trying to go there today. Well, I was. I just wasn't trying to go there this early. But we got to start blaming Kevin O'Connell for some of the offensive line situation that be going on. And I just, oh shit. So where you go? There you go. There you go.
My bad, man. My shit was fucking
sideways,
up.
Man. You sideways, bro.
I'm still
sideways.
You sideways, man. You
Yep.
gotta turn.
Hold on.
You got that lean going.
Why is camera look mad clear all of a sudden?
Yeah, that shit clear.
What about now?
You good now?
Right now, you good, and it's clear. But look though, like T.
Oh, back out there showing out, y'all. Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Hold on,
right?
wait. So y'all tell me I need a new fucking camera now?
I mean,
no, I'm saying your joint look official right here. Like I'm saying,
it is.
for some reason it look mad clear right here.
It look mad clear right there.
Okay, I need a new.
You got that professional look.
No,
you got that professional look.
Let's get back to what T said though, man. At the end of the day, I'm gonna just start calling shit for what it is. And I mean, I ain't finna start rambling too much, but I gotta call it for how I see it. As Viking fans out there, if you in the chat and you listening, I appreciate you. Viking fans that's gonna see this later. Stop blaming the offensive line for everything that was wrong for this team. Blame the fucking coaching staff. All right? Blame the coaching staff. All right. And this is why I say blame the coaching staff, man. I'm gonna just pop this up real quick because some of y'all like be thinking I'll just be talking out my ass. Like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll just be like, I don't like Kevin O'Connell. But peep this. Let's see if it come up. Did it come up? There we go. Yeah. There you go right there, right? Y'all see these numbers right here? Y'all see Ed Ingram right here, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying PFF is the end all be all because it has their flaws. But this man was rated one of the worst offensive guards in all football under Kevin O'Connell. And during his first season with the Houston Texans, this is what he's turned into. Look at this shit. 2 penalties and only 4 sacks allowed. Now that's why I really start digging into this PFF shit because I really wanted to see the stats. I want to see like the snap count. I want to see like all this shit so people won't think I'm talking out my ass. But how come Ed Ingram that everybody said had nothing to do with this team? They wanted them cast off because he was trash, right, Zoe? That's what they said, right?
Yeah.
Because he was trash. Why is he panning out with another team? Because that's coaching. And I got multiple players that we can go through. We can look at Garrett Bradbury. We can look at Ezra Cleveland. We can look at Mekhi Blackman. We can look at all these other guys that the Vikings let go that y'all still complain about. Oh, we need a safety. Oh, but the coaching staff felt that they had a safety on their roster already, and they didn't sign, Cam Bynum long term because they thought Metellus was going to be the guy. So stop blaming the players and all this other shit. Start blaming the coaching situation, okay? Because it's right there. It's, you know what? Thank you. No Sean Wright. Like, what are we talking about here? That was a trade that Kwesi got, for Andrew Booth, and Brian Flores couldn't get him on the field. Stop the shit. Call it out for what it is, please.
And didn't y'all address that in this past offseason?
Let's. I'm glad you said that, TP. Look at this guy. So y'all saw Ingram stats, right? So let's look at Will Fries. This is the guy that we overpaid for, that we brought in here to replace Ingram.
Because that's who I wanted, Will Fries.
Right. So let's wait for it to come up. Oh damn! Overall grade is a 60. That wasn't Ingram shit. Ingram was at a 70. Now look at this shit. 3 penalties allowed, 3 penalties and 3 sacks. Right? He might have played a couple more snaps, but look at his grades though. Look at those grades. Ingram's grades was better. And he was cheaper because he still was on his rookie contract.
Facts.
Like, that's the shit that I'll be saying. Like, when we talking about this roster building shit, I'm gonna start calling it now. Like, that's my shit. Roster building shit, right? You went out there and you overpaid for Real Fries because you thought it was an upgrade from Ed Ingram, and Ed Ingram went to another team and was basically statistically better than the guy you replaced him with that you overpaid. Make it make sense to me. So I don't want to hear shit about the offensive line being bad when you doing shit like this. That's coaching, bro.
Yeah.
That's coaching.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go back and say it. That's why I got PFF. That's why I got this shit. Because when you just sitting here talking and you got cats that's like, oh, you just talking all his ass. This is the shit I'm talking about. Now you actually can see the shit.
See,
Hey,
and I have a pet peeve with that too. Go ahead, T. I hear you.
I see where you coming from, but I'm also let you know something. Also, it's the system that he's in that made him better this year than he was last year.
So,
and what I mean by that, hold on. So what I mean by that is that if you look at Houston's offense, they're a run first team offense. They only have really one good receiver as far as Nico, but as far as the quarterback, he didn't have to throw the ball too much because they're a run first team. Minnesota tried to do that this year to try to change their whole scheme, and it didn't work out.
Well, look though.
So it also goes back to the scheme of the play, though. Also,
so who's responsible for the scheme?
The head coach is responsible for the scheme. You're right.
There we go.
But here's the thing, though. But wait a minute. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that always gets me. That everybody like to blame the coaches and everything like that, but the coaches are not on the field blocking. They're not on the field trying to make plays. Yes, they call the plays. Yes, they put the people in position for the plays, but they're not actually out there playing the actual game. So when the people who's out there playing for the game, they have a responsibility to do is say, hey, your job is to block the person in front of you. Your job is to do this in front of you. Make sure my quarterback stays upright. If you can't do that, I'll find somebody else that will.
Okay, T. I'm gonna raise you on that, and we're gonna talk about this one right here. Garrett Bradbury. Garrett Bradbury was our center for the past, let's say 3+ years, 4 years, right? So you upgrade the same position, and you got what's his name? One that it's slipping me right now.
Ryan Kelly.
You got Kelly to replace Bradbury, right? Now look at this shit right here. This is the one thing that you should be talking about. Over 1,000 snaps played this season. Kelly can't even stay on the field. Kelly is on his
he can't stay healthy.
Kelly is basically on his third concussion this season. It's probably going to be forced to retire. So you really tell me
he needs to retire.
So look, this is what I'm saying though. You got rid of a guy that was pretty much always healthy. That was on a lower contract.
But he was always getting beat. He was always getting pushed behind. Every time he snapped the ball, he's always in the backfield already. Look at this though. Y'all couldn't tell me as far as like him watching Bradbury play far on the last few seasons. He was terrible.
I want you to lose your eyes and look at what this says right here. He has no penalties and no sacks allowed. How was that even possible when you're telling me he was so bad with us and he was getting always beat? Why is he not getting beat now? And he's on the
what team is he on right now?
He's on the Patriots right now. And he's on a passing team. He's protecting Drake May. They don't have the same problems. So what are you saying? Like you said,
like I said, I look at the tape as far as how he done last year, and like I said, the last year with us with Gladberry was his best year.
But can you see
other year before that, he was terrible.
But get what I'm saying though. You say he always gets beats, right? He has no sacks this year and no penalties.
Were they in motion shotgun all season?
Why is that?
I mean, also, I'm
just asking the question though, because it's like that's why PFF is here, because you can look at the stats, because we can't just always say, "Oh, I'm going on the eye test." This man has no sacks allowed all season.
Look at the division they in right now.
That play calling, coaching,
and coaching.
Hey, and I agree. But
go ahead, TP.
I just want to get the facts right, man. East Coast Gridiron says that's incorrect. The Texans are like a 60-40 pass heavy offense.
Yeah. So and that's what I'm saying. Like this, the excuses that a lot of people have and say, oh, it's the players, oh, they're not blocking enough. It's the coaching staff putting them in bad positions to where they can't succeed. That's why if you look at all the stats and you look at the snap count, you look at the sacks allowed, penalties like that, it doesn't lie on why these players are going elsewhere and succeeding, because it's Kevin O'Connell's scheme that's not working for everybody else. That's what you have to be honest about. Because
but you also, like I said, and I've been honest with you guys for a long time. I always said the offensive line coach needs to go because the fact that he's been terrible. We need a new offensive line coach that know what he's doing. Someone who don't be like, okay, blah blah blah. But the last offensive line coach we've been having has been putting bad product out there.
But look at this though. So let's go back to Bradbury in 2024, right? He had a horrible pass grade, but his overall is 62 because he made up for it during the run game. He still had no penalties,
right.
and he still had no sacks. That was last year. Year before that, he still had no penalties and still had no sacks. So why would you upgrade somebody who's basically solid? Answer that.
Because every time he snapped the ball, he's in the backfield. That's why.
He sacks.
It doesn't matter as far as you giving those sacks. If you get a nose tackle in the center, and as soon as you hike the ball, you can't stop him from getting to your quarterback.
Let's look at
how many pressures did he give up? How many pressures did he give up?
It doesn't say pressures, but we can figure that out. What I'm saying is though, man, like you gotta start calling out the coaching staff and the play structure going forward. You can't just keep blaming these players because it's.
I think it's tricky. It's tricky, and this is why I always say, man, the best test is the eye test because both of which y'all are saying could be true. Both of what you're saying, two things could be true. Like you definitely need coaching to understand to put your players in the best position to succeed. That is something that I feel like as fans that is completely missed, and it's a pet peeve of mine because coaches, they get all the credit in the world when things go well, but then when they're not out there performing, no one wants to talk about coaching. And then on the other side of it, what T is saying is like, there are player factors in that as well. Like, I know even for us, right? A lot of people was getting on our defensive coordinator, Shane Bowen, about how awful he is, right? And that may have been true. But I'm also watching us being soft as shit. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I think two things could be true. And it's one of those things where you have to watch and see what is what, to get that conclusion.
So we got my man Dante. He said Gary Bradbury has officially given up 12 pressures. Okay, that's cool. 12 pressures. So we're gonna figure out the pressure. But what about this guy too? Ezra Cleveland. That was our starting left guard that we traded away. Look at what he turned into. It's one of the best guards in football. Like what I'm trying to say is this team has a problem with developing talent and actually knowing who has the talent going forward. They don't know how to change things and make things to the point being to where like, all right, cool, we gonna just work to the best of our ability to certain players. They end up saying, oh, let's just give up on that player, let them go somewhere else, and then we can get what we can get. And then it's still the same problem over and over again. That's what I'm really trying to say. It's like this team has holes across the board, and we blame everybody else. We blame the players, and then we blame Kwesi. But we never sit here and be like, hey, maybe Kevin O'Connell and his coaching staff ain't doing the right thing for these players. Like, we going into year 5, and we talking about the same shit. That's what I'm saying, man.
Because the same shit keep reoccurring. That's why. For the longest, like you said, like you said at the beginning, for the longest, we had a quarterback issue. We try to fix it with Cousins. I've been a Viking fan for the longest that, one of our main issues back in the day was the kicking game. We couldn't find a reliable kicker. Now we got one. Now it's now we got a reliable kicker. So it's like now it's a quarterback. We one quarterback away. We got all this talent on the offense and everything like that. We just one quarterback away.
Man,
why can't we not find a great quarterback?
Because we ain't got the right fucking coach to find the right quarterback.
How many coaches have we had since the last 10 years?
It don't matter. We still haven't found the right one.
2. We had 2 coaches.
in the last 10
I
years.
think
So how many quarterbacks?
what I'm curious as to now is y'all are now about to miss a big piece of, I guess, the successful part of what y'all are, and I say Brian Flores. Like, I think it's kind of lining up to he may not be there next year.
That's good.
Nah, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
He leaving. Bro, hold on. T.
Nah, he ain't going
Bro,
nowhere.
listen.
He
Hey,
ain't going nowhere.
TP and T Woods and T. Let me ask you this. If you was offered a contract and you turned it down to gamble on yourself, and you watching this head coach who you know is not a good head coach, and you was a former head coach, and you know the reason you not winning the playoff game due to the offense, why would you come back and you can go anywhere in the world? Why would you come back to Minnesota and the offense is trash? The head coach clearly is over his fucking head for the past 3 years. So can't nobody on the panel tell me, our offense good. Our offense good because of what? He know damn well he is a better coach than Kevin O'Connell.
Our offense.
He is coach Kevin O'Connell around the fucking tree right now.
Let me piggyback on what Zoe said about the offense, right? And I'm gonna let y'all know. Out on the secret. The offensive good has been good because of the great eraser named Justin Jefferson. Always being able to get open, making bad quarterbacks look good, catching all them crazy ass passes. But the year that he wasn't able to do that shit, look at how this offense started to look. Which lets you know the offense structure wasn't that damn good. Now, to go back to Brian Flores, Viking fans, be honest with yourselves. Y'all know that shit was only going to be temporary. Y'all knew damn well Brian Flores wasn't going to stay with this team long term, and y'all got like this augmented reality that the Vikings are automatically going to fire Kevin O'Connell and get a job to Brian Flores. Brian Flores did what he needed to do, and I want y'all to understand when I say this, right? Brian Flores, when he got fired from the Miami Dolphins, the only coach to actually bring him in was Mike Tomlin, and he brought him in as a defensive specialist, linebacker coach, just to keep him in the league. Now,
but he was his head coach too, though.
Yeah, and it's the head coach, right? So what the Vikings did, because the Vikings, think outside the box sometimes, they brought him in as a DC. One of the best DCs available, brought him in, fixed his defense. So, and Brian Flores handpicked this shit because the defense was the worst defense in the league with Donatello. So Brian Flores came in here and made this defense a top 10 defense the past 3 seasons. What else does he need to do to become a head coach? Why would he stay here when he's done everything he needs to do? Basically, if you look at it on both sides, he showed you that he can take a bottom-feeding defense and make it top 10. Then he showed you that he can actually, repair his image in the NFL. And now you got all of us as commentators talking about him becoming a head coach. He did the job, bro. He did what he needed to do. So why we going to sit here?
I'm gonna say this.
We gotta hold on to him.
I'm gonna say this.
Coming, and
I agree. I agree with 1,000% what you're saying. He has paid his dues, but look at the NFL how it's playing right now. He still got that lawsuit still going on.
I don't think the lawsuit
and the owners. Yes, it does. It matters a lot because he still got that lawsuit still going on. So, and a lot of these owners take that because they like just the NFL. It's like a fraternity. These owners all get together and say, like, you know what? I don't want this man on my coaching staff. I don't want him running my team because we got a lawsuit against the NFL. Okay, so, just like last year, he had opportunities, he had interviews and everything like that. But guess what? He was the best candidate and everything like that for most teams. And they said, nope, we don't want him. We'll go with somebody else.
You got to think about it like this, though, right?
Because they got to interview him.
And this is why we call it Skull State of Mind, right? Because I'm big on thinking outside of the box. It's all about the mind for me, right? So, peep game. Brian Flores is not going to go to another situation to where it's going to be similar to what he had in Miami. He's going to be really meticulous on where he wants to go. He's going to want control over certain things with the roster. He's going to want this and want that. Now, if we look at all the coaching vacancies that's been available the past couple of seasons, do you think they're conducive to what Brian Flores wants? Probably not. That's why he hasn't taken a head coaching job, because he's waiting for the right one to be available for him. The one that I thought that he was going to go to, which in my opinion, is kind of like, okay, kind of fucked up, but I get it with Vrabel. I thought he was going to New England last year because that's where he came from. That'd have been perfect for him.
See,
But-
D Woods, y'all. See, y'all keep on making about a head coaching job. It's about it's about taking another DC job, being a / head coach and leaving there. He don't want to coach with Kevin O'Connell. I don't know why T think Kevin O'Connell is just a great fucking coach, and Brian Flores won't leave.
Oh no! Oh no! I don't think he's a great coach. I think the greatest coach we ever had was Dennis Green.
No,
but I don't think as far as
Kevin O'Connell,
even right now, I don't think that. I don't think Kevin O'Connell is the greatest coach. But my thing is that
Vikings fans is this though. I don't feel like he leaving to be a head coach. I feel like he leaving to be another coordinator with a better offense, so he could really blossom with somebody that really had an offense.
Like who? Like who? Who do you think? Who do you think?
You might got the Bengals. You might have the Cowboys. You might have the Giants. You might have the a couple other teams out there. But why would you stick in the Vikings offense? If you Google it, the past 5 years, the Vikings offense been ass. All 4 quarters, the Vikings offense been fucking bad. And I want beef on the league because I want beef on the league to show all the Vikings fans Kevin O'Connell ain't who the fuck y'all thought he was. And all of y'all was on this panel bashing me when I said, Kelsey, you don't know football. He's a great head coach. He won 13 games. He won 15 games. Ain't do shit in the playoffs. Lose to the same team twice in the playoffs, besides the Giants.
So I do want to read this, right, for people who hasn't really looked into this. This is Brian Flores' lawsuit because I don't want anybody to be lost.
I know it, but
I'll
let you go ahead.
Yeah. I just for the viewers because I know people keep hearing about Brian Flores and a lawsuit, and they probably don't know what was going on. So, filed in February 2022, accuses the NFL and teams like the Broncos, Giants, and Texans of systematic racial discrimination and hiring black coaches, alleging racist practices and sham interviews for head coaching roles, with claims that the league is rife with racism and that he was retaliated against. While some claims are being pushed to arbitration, a federal appeal court ruled in August 2025 that Flores' claims against the Broncos, Giants, and Texans could proceed to trial, allowing the case to move forward in court despite NFL efforts to force arbitration. Now, with that being said, I don't know if I feel confident enough in the fact that Brian Flores is going to land a head coaching job after these details.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I think right now what is on the table is DC opportunities.
And / head coach.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, possibly. But what I want to know is, T, maybe you could help me with this. What would be the reason, or what would be the negotiation point as to why Brian Flores would want to stay with the Vikings versus going anywhere else?
We talked about this last week as far as him having that DC role and for him to be an assistant head coach. Because the fact that if things don't go well with Kevin O'Connell for the next year, let's say we start off 1-5, and ownership said, okay, you know what, we gave you a chance, now we got to move on from you. Assistant head coach Brian Flores, now you jumped up to that role because now you got full control of whatever you want.
That's
and for a fact, you got full control of your defense. You can, and for a fact that they say, hey. But here's the thing, though, they also can give him who they want to draft for the next year as far as to help build their defense up, because their defense is his baby. And for a fact, why would you leave something that you helped build and help create, and all the players that you got around there? You're comfortable with them players. You know, let's just say like hypothetical, like he take a DC job at the Cowboys. Dallas defense is one of the worst in the league. They got nobody there to do.
We were worse in the league. He changed it for us.
I'm talking about for our defense, but defense wise, I ain't talking about offense.
I'm talking about defense.
You see that?
Our defense.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about defense.
Right. Our defense was the worst.
Dallas right now. Dallas right now is one of the worst defense in the leagues.
Right.
They give up 30 points a game.
So
I mean, other than the Jets.
So but we
still had
this though, bro. You backtracking. He came here and our defense was once worse in the league. So why you feel like he can't go nowhere else and make him
because he don't have the same players he got now that he would have somewhere else.
I don't think it matters.
Like a lot of them players. Oh, it matters a lot, especially if you've been there for a couple of years. You build that relationship with them players.
What I'm saying is,
the whole point, though, bro.
Let me go, Zoe. What I'm saying is, I don't think it matters because it's like he's already showed multiple times, and even in Miami, him going to bottom feeding defenses, and he changes it in that first year. So I just feel like regardless of where Flores goes, him as a coach and him as a builder of a defense, it don't matter what that defense looks like the year before. When they give Flores, he's gonna make that defense look a whole lot better. So go ahead.
No, to T's point though, that can only be the case if they give him the keys.
True.
If they're gonna try to, get in the way of allowing him to make certain moves and do what he needs to do to build that, then it's not going to work. And hopefully Brian Flores understands that. But if they give him the keys and they let him know and they say, hey, Brian Flores, go be, then I believe, yeah, you're right. He can do that anyway.
But at this point, though, T, with him being with the Vikings for 3 seasons, right? And even with the lawsuit, if any team is actually contacting him to be a defensive coordinator and however they want to do the verbiage of assistant head coach, whatever, right? They got to know off top that they're going to have to give him control of that defense. Like, they're going to have to, what we even talking about here? Like why we having a conversation about it when he's going to want that coming in?
But you got a team like the Dallas Cowboys, who we named.
Like I said, Jerry's not going to give him that control. I'm telling you right now, Jerry's not going to give him that control.
He might not go to Dallas.
So TP, D Woods, and T, let me ask y'all this. It might not be the Cowboys. It don't be like what y'all now realizing an offense help out a defense. And I'm pretty sure the Vikings have more 3-and-outs. They might be at the bottom, top 5 bottom.
They're one of the worst.
Compared to any team that B-Flow going to go through. The Minnesota Vikings have a lot of 3-and-outs since Brian Flores been here, bro. They always had 3-and-outs. Back to back to back. First, second, they always had 3-and-outs, bro. And that not helping your defense out. Brian Flores want to go somewhere, even the Dallas Cowboy. Say what y'all want to say about Dak. Dak and the Dallas Cowboy can at least get a first down or 2 on a fucking conversion. On the fucking drive. The Vikings don't bring you that. Because he know Kevin O'Connell is way over his head, and he know by far he is a way better head coach than Kevin O'Connell. So why would you coach under somebody that you know you are a better coach than, and you've been doing it time after time? He told everybody Tua wasn't shit. And people were mad at him about that. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm just saying.
This is the thing, though. My fault. But this is the thing. See, I hear what you're saying, but you can only really talk about this past season. And even this past season, y'all caught on to something late. Y'all gave the players and coaches something to kind of look forward to or build off of next year.
That's fake. That's fake, TP. That's fake.
How's that fake?
That's fake, TP. Because you know why, TP? Because week 1, next season, he's going to run the offense. He want to run the offense. It's going to be his offense.
He going to go back to...
He going to TP. Hey, TP, the shit is fake.
That would piss me off. As a fan, if I was a Viking fan, that would absolutely piss me off.
I'm telling you, TP, the shit is fake. Cause TP, let me ask you this: if you are an offensive mind guy, you an offensive guru, TP. How did it take you 13 or 14 weeks to figure out what offense you need to run with your rookie quarterback?
Yep.
I knew when JJ came into the league, he is not a high volume quarterback as of right now. But you can change that. But as of right now, he not like that. Maybe 22, 23 passes a game. Make him run the ball, you run the ball. But to have him throw the ball 42 times against the Ravens when you was up at halftime, TP, is fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't even know how you walk in the room with the bosses and walk out with a job explaining how you did that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, it makes sense. It makes sense to me, and it goes back to my situation, man. And I always talk about this shit. Like, people get on here and they blame everything else. They blame Kwesi, they blame the offensive line, but it's like that's Kevin O'Connell going rogue, bro. That's Kevin O'Connell figuring out he want to do what he want to do. Him stuck in his ways, him not being able to change the offense, this and that, and it's just like we got to call that shit out. We were gonna hear it last week, TP, and I showed everybody a video. You saw it too, so you was on the live with me. When I broke down the first play of the game last week, right? The first play of the game last week that Max Brosmer did, it was a motherfucking play action, dropping back, 5 stacks, 2 motions, and double moves on the outside. And you know what happened? The motherfucker got sacked. Right? Like, how are you starting the game off with that when a play action, you haven't even solidified the run yet? You haven't even run the ball not once, and you start the game with a play action? Like, that's the shit I'm talking about when it comes to play structure and play calling. You have to put that shit on Kevin O'Connell. But then you got people that say, like, oh, Brosmer got sacked, so the offensive line ain't good. No, you got motherfuckers doing double moves down the field on 15, 20-yard routes. It takes longer for that shit to develop. And then you look at the all 22, there's no tight end as a check down and those running back as a check down. But you ran that shit on the first play. Don't tell me that it's everybody else and not Kevin O'Connell. You can't do that shit. Brosmer is a UDFA. The first thing you should have did was hand the fucking ball off. Hand it off. Keep handing it off. Like, that's what you should have did.
I will say, not to go against your point, because I believe you 100% right. But I think if you are a running team, I think you can play action on the first play. If you know, if you build,
we not that though.
No, that's what I'm saying. Not to combat what you're saying. That's why I agree 100% what you're saying. But I'm just saying the only way that to me can make sense is if you have established yourself as a running team, and then
Okay, look at the play against Seattle, right? Against Seattle with Max Brosman, right? You driving, the running backs is driving you down the field, right? They getting like 5 yards a pop. They heating it up. Jordan Mason running over fools, right? You get in the red zone, it's 4th down. Okay, cool. You want to score because season's on the line right now. He calls another motherfucking play action drop back that leads to a motherfucking pick 6. And after that, the game was over. Like, that's play calling, man. Like, you can't make this shit up.
See, my whole issue, TP and T and D Woods and all the Vikings fans. My whole issue with the whole Kevin O'Connell shit is that I've been seeing since day one, bro. He not committing on running the football, and to have the offense you had, TP, your offense disappears too many times in football games. There should be no reason.
Yeah.
Even with the veteran quarterbacks we have, there should be no reason we don't average 24 points per game.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you finish because I gotta get on this. Go ahead. You
I'm done.
All right, look, and I'm just I gotta do this. Here we go with fire Kwesi shit. Here we go with the fire Kwesi shit. Let me explain to you. All right. What did Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah do in the offseason? Kevin O'Connell said he wanted better interior fucking linemen so he can fucking go down the field and run the ball in short yardage plays. Kwesi went out there and revamped 3 interior linemen, new center, new guard, and a left guard, right? Then traded for Jordan Mason and then re-sign Aaron Jones and re-sign Josh Oliver, who's one of the best pass blocking tight ends in the game. How the fuck can you sit there and blame Kwesi for doing that when a goddamn coach said you gave me all this shit and I still want to pass?
Yeah, see,
that's
I feel
bullshit.
him, though. But I feel him, D Woods, though. Like, I gotta keep it a buck, though, bro.
It ain't crazy, bro.
He ain't, but it ain't him. But he part of the problem. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
So I feel like this though. If Kwesi is part of the problem, then you fire everybody else. Then you fire Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah,
and you fire Kwesi. It should never be
yeah.
Because I just look at it like this though. Like it's so fucking easy to blame the general manager for all this other shit. But when you actually look at what Kwesi has done for this team, like down the line, he's done what the fuck he's supposed to do.
Listen, man. Listen.
He's dropping the ball.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember in the offseason when we was doing this shit, I kept looking at the Vikings and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker cooking over there.
Thank you.
I remember everybody. I remember a lot of people had that train of thought.
All saying this, oh damn, we got Allen, we got Hargrave, we got X, Y, and Z. Them motherfuckers didn't pan out this year. But y'all was okay with that shit in the offseason. Miss me with that hindsight shit, bro. I hate
my whole thing is though, D Woods and the rest of y'all is you never go against your first mind. If you like that first girl, don't go against that for the other girl because you're gonna lose out. The Minnesota Vikings first choice when they hired Kwesi was Jim Harbaugh. And the Minnesota Vikings first choice for GM with what's the name? Brian Poe, who at Chicago right now? Brian Poe. They run the Poes, then Kwesi won the Harbaugh. So at this point, ain't nobody got the guy they really fucking wanted. Everybody had to settle for, and once you settle, that's when you lose in life. For real, I'm keeping a buck. You want that girl, but no, she don't do this like the other girl do. You get the other girl be a slut bucket. Like, damn, I fucked up. I should have took the other girl, but you fucked up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Life don't work like that.
Hey, he's saying this, and about 5 girls popped in my head. I'm like, God damn, he is right.
You know how the other girl do it better, but the other girl just do nice with it. Hey, you got to pick the other girl, man. Like the Vikings right now, TP. I know you a Giants fan, and y'all moved on from y'all head coach, but the Vikings is in a spot right now, bro. I predicted this. I ain't want this to happen. Because the way the shit going to end for the Vikings is not going to be good. And we could have got ahead of this shit this offseason. Yeah, we might could trade Kelsey to the Giants. It's a food born every day. They might take the bait. I'm being real.
I ain't gonna hold you. At one point, I was on that, yo, let's go get KOC train. But then the more I've been tuned in and been paying attention, nah, keep him far away from us.
Keep him over there, right? Hey, because you know what he'll do with y'all though? Y'all got Jackson Dart, and y'all want Dart to be the franchise. He goes, you know what? Fuck that. Give me Mac Jones, Jackson Dart. You sit down. That's what he'll do.
But TP, what he would do though? What's that running back name? Cam Scatterbo.
I was just about to say that. Cam Scatterbo.
He for sure gonna be healthy all season next year.
Yeah.
That shit will piss me off. That will piss me off. And the thing is too, you not even just Cam Scatterbo, but you got to think about who Jackson Dart is. Like he's a runner. He's a runner.
So like that.
If you're not going,
Mr. Pink, y'all know who Mr. Pink is? So he one of your followers.
Who?
Mr. Pink 6022.
I don't know. Man, I can't keep track of the fuck follow me.
I do.
You a bad motherfucker then. You a bad motherfucker.
I do, man. I be in the comments, man. I be trying to interact with people, man. I'm trying to build my community up, man.
Too, though, but damn. I can't do that shit though. I love all my followers, but damn.
Mr.
Don't be mad at me.
Why is Matt LaFleur on the hot seat? I just want to answer that question.
He needs to be.
Why?
Cause do you know? I don't know if you know this or not. The Green Bay Packers missed the playoff in 2023. Mm-hmm. And for 22 and now, They only made the playoff as a 7th seed because the NFL extended the playoff. If the NFL ain't do that, they would have missed the playoff 3 years. They would have missed the playoff 4 years in a row.
I get that. Okay, I didn't understand that, so I get that.
But another thing is though, D Woods, when are we gonna start seeing Jordan Love take that next step?
When we see Kevin get fired,
the quarterback fall on you.
Yeah. I get it.
Hold on, real quick.
I get it.
See, this is what I don't like. See, this is the thing, man, and this is what Viking fans y'all got to stay away from.
What?
See, all of these coaches that is not panning out, and all these coaches that is just you really talking about in like a not so heavy light. These are all coaches that Giant fans are going after.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like I don't want to dig at the bottom of the pile. Like get the right coach, get the guy that's gonna come in here, man. That's gonna be the answer to your issues and build your culture.
Build your culture.
Because the first thing, one of the first qualities out. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you. Let me ask you this: as a Giants fan, who do you, as a personal fan, want to see as your new head coach?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. The first guy that I had on my mind was my guy from Notre Dame, Freeman. Then I found out that he's staying.
Yeah.
So once I found out he was staying, I'm like, oh man. So now, to be honest with you, all right, let me get this out the way too. Because I don't know what y'all hear on y'all end, but in Giants land, these are conversation pieces. If there is any chance in the world that Mike Tomlin is an option,
go get him.
Go get him.
Go get him.
For whatever it costs. Because there's certain people that I look at and I'm like, oh, no, that marriage is perfect. I want a defensive-minded head coach, but I want the right defensive mind in there. So him, again, Brian Flores is something that people are still trying to wish and hope for. I do not see that happening one bit. But again, if there was any chance in the world, I just want to make it clear. If those two coaches are available, you go get them. Now, back to reality and out of La La Land. It's a little slim pickings out there, man. And at first I was completely against it, but you know what? Mike McCarthy. Because he's somebody who I believe out of all of the coaches that right now that is in the conversation,
I like Mike McCarthy.
He's the guy that wins.
I want him with Minnesota, TP.
You know, he wins. He may not go
again, you know,
postseason is one thing, but what you can't say is he has a track record of having a winning record with wherever he's at.
Have a winning record, right?
True.
But I also saw this. It's like I'm a Vikings fan to the heart, but also I'm an NFL fan, and you know I get newsletters, I get updates and stuff like that. They're talking about the offensive coordinator from the Jags to be your new new head coach.
Nah, he's not. Juszczyński's not ready yet. Juszczyński's not ready yet. That was our quarterback coach last year. He's not ready.
And I agree. But that's what they saying they're looking at.
I think Mike McCarthy going there.
Man, you can't do Juszczyński, man. You can't do that right now.
Hey, TP.
Yo.
How would you feel Mike McCarthy as your head coach and B-Flow as your defensive coordinator?
Yo. But y'all think y'all was sick of me before. Yeah, my off season, I'm gonna be talking so much shit. Yeah. Oh my God! If that was our situation, oh yeah,
that'd be nasty.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, it's like that. I'm looking for something with substance like that. Everybody keep throwing around these defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators, OCs. I'm like, bro, that to me, that ain't the answer to me.
Yeah,
like we've been there, done that, especially us. Like I ain't trying to get
Hey, look at the Vikings though. In the history of the Vikings, right? I think they probably only hired one coach that was already a head coach in their whole history. Everybody else has been defensive coordinators or OCs or promoted within. They never went out there and actually got like a viable head coach that's done it before to come in here. Like that's wild. And that's why I was like, that was my main reason why being against Kevin O'Connell, because I felt like you did that multiple times. You brought in Zimmer, was a dope DC. You had Leslie Frazier, was a good DC. Fucking the other Brad Childress was a dope OC. You've never hired a person that actually knew how to run a team before, you know, and like you never did that shit. Like these OCs and DCs sometimes, man, they be having pop-up years. Just like, you know, off top. And this is the shit that I hated. I mean, I even was on the NFL chat. I was gonna write a letter to the NFL about this shit. That Pat Shermer shit pissed me off, right? Because he left us to go to y'all, and I kind of felt during that NFC title game, he knew he was going to the Giants, and he didn't even think of nothing else to get us back in that game because he knew he had a head coaching job after that fucking season. Like, I hated that shit, bro. And Pat Shermer was fired, what, in 2 years?
Bro, Pat Shermer was ass.
He should have stayed.
He should have stayed with us.
He should have definitely stayed.
But I feel him though, because everybody want to be a head coach though, no matter what though.
I wanna this for some reason it just popped up in my head, right? When I was in high school, I played my freshman year
Where you play at?
Mitchville High School.
Where at though?
In Newport News, Virginia, where I'm from.
Oh.
So my freshman year, I was terrible. Absolute terrible. I'm not gonna lie to you. My coach kept putting me in the game because I had size, but that's literally all I had. Now I had potential, don't get me wrong, because I was a basketball player. And I only did football because my brother was into it and things like that. And I was just out there to be with my friends. But anyway, my freshman year, I was absolutely terrible. And at the end of the season, the tides changed where I just stopped caring about the physicality portion of football. And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be out here, if I get hurt, I get hurt. But I'm going to just not – I'm tired of being a scrub because my pride – I got a lot of pride. So what happens is that in the off season, I'm in the weight room and I use the athletic ability that I have to turn into this receiver that is looking – now I'm looking like something. So I have this incredible off season, and it's to the point to where I'm practicing with varsity and I'm doing these things and I'm making plays and all the whole nine, right? And I'm taking y'all somewhere. It got to the point to where decision day came. And my coach told me, he said, listen, yellow jersey is varsity, purple jersey is JV. He says, what are you going to do? I can't promise you that you're going to see playing time on varsity, but on JV, we're going to utilize you. Now, me, I'm thinking, shit, all the girls is where varsity is at. I'm like, the Friday Night Lights is where varsity is at. Immature me is thinking, go varsity. Not even understanding that, no, JV is where I need to be because I still need to develop and I still need to work with the guys that are going to grow with me and all of these things. But I go straight to varsity. Anyway, long story long, I go to varsity. I barely see playing time. I'm decent at best. JV's down there kicking ass, doing things, and they could have most definitely, I could have just added on top of that. I see the same thing happening with coaches in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Varsity for them is that head coaching job.
Yep.
And instead of saying to themselves, you know what, this might be the best position for me because the way things are structuring over there with this team or the way it's built, like this may not be the best opportunity. But for some reason, coaches don't think like that.
Nope.
And they jump and they go to this head coaching route. And then their career is pretty much done there because you only get that one shot.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Look at Salah. Salah's a dope ass DC. Dope DC. But people gonna always talk about look at what he did with the Jets.
He did, a perfect example. Perfect example.
Like look at what Salah's doing right now. They don't have fucking Fred Warner and they don't have Bosa. And their defense is still basically being solid. That's coaching right there. But
Yeah,
it's like it make a lot of sense with that JV.
Wait a minute. Time out. Did you say the 49ers defense is looking solid?
They solid, bro. They solid.
Did y'all see that Monday night game? Did y'all see that Monday night game?
Yeah, but they missed
that's been the whole season.
They solid though, man.
They missed a lot of people on defense though.
They solid, man.
Just like we were missing people on offense.
Bro, that's an excuse for the Vikings, bro.
That's Vikings every year. Hey, wait. Who the Vikings missing on offense? Who they missing?
The whole, let's see, they missing the quarterback, missing the offensive lineman.
He gonna play 10 games.
JJ was hurt beginning the season.
But he played every game.
They was missing Addison for the first 6 games.
That's his fault. He got suspended.
I'm just saying they were still missing. They were still missing some folks, right?
Who they missing? Like they ain't missing nobody. The offense been kind of healthy. They just been bad.
Their offense been exactly. So they ain't doing their damn job.
Okay, Darisaul's been in and out the lineup, but the coaches pushed him.
Yeah. O'Neal been in and out of the lineup.
Yeah, he been in and out. But that's not an excuse.
Yeah. Fryers been in and out of the lineup.
Okay, people.
Like I told you this like several weeks ago that the offensive line against Detroit was the first time they played together all season. But that was the first time that they brought everybody in that they played together all season together.
Injuries
and look what happened.
The Niners, they don't have their top 2 receivers from last year, and you couldn't even tell. Christian McCaffrey always hurt.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even tell. They haven't had Brock Purdy all year, and you couldn't even tell. And they basically gonna be playing for the top seed in the NFC this weekend, and we not.
Today.
But you gotta remember, yeah, they play tonight, yeah. But you gotta remember, but McCaffrey been the whole team though.
No, but what I'm saying is,
like I said, McCaffrey sacrificed his whole team for him to stay healthy all year.
But that's coaching, bro. Like that's coaching. Kevin O'Connell is not a great coach.
Kevin O'Connell is not Kyle Shanahan, bro.
Not Shanahan, bro.
Oh, I know. He's far from it.
Yo, you willing to tell me, T? They don't have Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk. We don't even know where the fuck Ricky Pearsall is at. Does he even play for that team? It don't matter.
He's still there. He's still there.
Like Jennings catching passes down the field, making plays. They got fucking Mac Jones looking good. Even George Kittle hasn't been playing all season, and they still fighting for the number 1 seed in the NFC. What the hell is our problem?
Hey, I will say, man, good teams, the show goes on.
Yeah.
No matter who's injured. Like you take the Eagles, like when Jalen Hurts was injured last year, but they didn't miss a beat.
Tanner McGee, go in there, do your thing.
Yeah. Like when AJ Brown was out, they didn't miss, like they were still I hear this and I'm thinking like even us, right? Like Malik Neighbors got injured early. Like the expectation still was, hey, all right, we got to go win. Like you got to go play ball.
Go play.
Yeah.
So, like you got to structure your team to where.
Yeah, that's why we always talk about the injuries just like that. Like we the only team dealing with injuries. Every other team in this league is dealing with injuries too. They just find a way to mask it.
And they got the Chargers.
Both tackles injured.
Okay.
That's why they ain't
okay. Here's something that, and I agree with everything that you guys are saying. And here's something that you failing to mention. The most important thing, in my opinion,
Kevin O'Connell.
The 49ers are the way they are. No. I mean, I kind of agree with that too. But my thing is that if you look at the 49ers, as far as, they won, 11 games this year? Look at the Patriots. They won 12, 13 games this year because of the scheduling. They had the last place schedule.
It ain't about
going into this year.
With us, though, bro.
Because they already said it, because it's already been said. It's already been said because the 49ers had the weakest schedule going into this year.
Yeah, but that no. But that
they had the sorriest schedule going into this year.
Bro, that's
let me debunk that. So I got this, right? I'm gonna debunk that real quick. Look at the Niners division. They gotta play against the Rams twice, and they gotta play against the Seahawks twice. So that's 4 games. So with those 4 games, and we talking about a third place, fourth place schedule, it's only 4 games. So if you actually go against the 4 games against a division versus the 4 games against, other play schedules, it really don't matter. It don't. It don't matter. You still have to win games, regardless of what the schedule is. And they ain't one of the toughest divisions in the league. They got three teams that could be a division winner in any other fucking division, but they fighting for the division this week. You got the Rams, the Niners, and the Seahawks. The third place schedule was only 4 games. It's not like you playing everybody third and fourth place schedule in the league. You still have to play the division. Just like with us. Okay, they talk about, the Vikings messed up on the 4th place schedule. You still got to play the Bears twice and the Lions and the Packers. That's 6 games right there that you got to win your division. So when you look at it from the long run, that 4th place schedule shit don't mean nothing because you still got to play games. That's how I look at it.
Especially your division.
If you don't have the talent to compete with them, then it ain't worth nothing.
You got to win the division first, though. That's 6 games, not 4.
I'll be right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's 6 games, not 4, man. Like that. I'm not saying the Niners,
I'm just saying it like this because
from those games,
it's like I said, we talked about earlier from the eye test. As far as if you look at the scheduling, they played a lot of teams that was bad. New England Patriots is a common thing for this. The only time they play someone good is when they play at Buffalo. And like we said a couple weeks ago, Buffalo was a hit and miss team. Because Buffalo was a hit and miss team this year.
It don't matter. They still beat them. You only can beat who on your schedule.
That's what you got to play. Play for the people on your schedule.
That's what you got to play.
We could have beat the Bears.
Yep.
We could have beat the Ravens, and we'd be in the playoffs right now.
2 games, a 2-game difference.
But if it was a 6, we all be drunk.
Yeah, like it's like I don't. And when we talking about that 3rd or 4th place schedule, there's no way to predict what that team is going to be next year.
Yeah.
You have a first place team not have the quarterback that was there from the year before, like us. We developing a quarterback versus us having a quarterback like Sam who was already ready to go. That's a difference with that team. So you might lose a couple of games from there. So it's a different team. Like I just think like that's the media and that's some people out there that think that's just a benefit or a disadvantage. I really don't care. You got to play against a motherfucker in front of you. If they hurt or not, you got to whoop their ass and get in the playoffs. And if you can't do that, then that lets me show that this team ain't built for the long haul. Like you got to play who in front of you, man. Like,
but you're making my point. You're making my point what I was talking about earlier, though, as far as when you cross somebody who's in front of you and you can't beat them, that means you're not doing your job.
Yeah, but when you're talking about it from the offensive line point of view and players' point of view, I look at it a little bit differently. Like we've been talking about Kevin O'Connell's coaching structure and his play calling and the way he does things for the past 4 seasons, and that's never changed. And if you think about it and you go back every year, during this time in the off season or whatever, we complained about the same things. We talk about the offensive line not being good. We talking about this, we talking about that. And it comes a point to where it's like the general manager is doing what he needs to do to kind of fix these situations. It's the coaching staff that's not actually putting these players in the position to succeed. That's what. And I agree. That's what it comes down to for me, because it's like you can't keep having the same problems every year, and every year you're throwing darts at the board to kind of like fix it. And then this is the year where you spent the most money to fix your offensive line, and you still have the same problems, but yet and still the guys you got rid of are actually doing better, not on your team. You have to call out the coaching at that point. You gotta call it out as, hey, Kevin O'Connell, look, what y'all doing in that motherfucking O-line room? What are you doing with Wes Phillips when it's talking about the structure of the plays? He's the OC. Like, you got to start calling that shit out. Like, we not in year 1. This is year 4 going into year 5. We can't keep
this is why, but this is why I say out of 100%, I say 65% is Kevin O'Connell. Because yes, he calls the plays. Yes, he put the people in he's the head coach, so he has to have that responsibility. But if it's an offensive, like as far as an offensive line coach, if you in practice and you see this offensive lineman doing the things he's supposed to be doing in practice, I say, all right, cool, I'm gonna put you out there in the game. When the game come along, you're not doing your job. Now you showed me what you're supposed to do in the practice, but when you come out in the game, you're making me look bad because I put you right here. So whose fault is that?
It's coaching.
Is it the player's fault? Is it the offensive line coach? Or is it the head coach? Because the head coach don't oversee everything. He takes their word for say, hey, this person's ready to go. He's on my judgment. He's out there. Cool.
So with that being
If the head coach if the head coach, let's just say you're a head coach, and now my job is to block your quarterback, make sure your quarterback don't stay upright. You call the perfect play, and all of a sudden I fuck up and let this defender come in and just crack the hell out of my quarterback. Whose fault is that? Is it on the player or is it on the coach?
It falls on
because you called the perfect play.
It falls on everybody.
Because you called the play for it, and then all of a sudden I don't do my job.
It falls. I kind of see where you're going with it, but the thing about it is like we're not in year 1. This is year 4 going into year 5. We still having the same conversations about the same situations over and over again, and it gets to a point to where it's like if you couldn't rectify the situation and point out who was a problem in year 2, year 3, then you gotta blow that room up and bring somebody else in because you're dealing with the same problems. And how I see it, when I watched all 22 and I watch the games and live and I go to the games and I watch them, I see all this extra shit going on with the offense. I see all these double moves, all these double motions, all these different hitches. I see all this shit that takes a long time. And that's why I wasn't tripping so much when Kevin O'Connell came out and said he was going to simplify the offense, which he actually didn't. He just made a couple adjustments. So it's like, that's why I blame Kevin O'Connell, because it's like, dog, if you get praise for winning all these games, then you got to get, the bad shit too. Like, that's just how I look at it, bro. Like, we can't just sit there when Kevin O'Connell does good. He won 14 games and he one of the best coaches in the league and he a good offensive mind. But now that this team is basically looking at having one of the worst offenses in the league, we blaming everybody else, not Kevin O'Connell. We can't do that shit. You gotta blame them too.
I think they still blaming him because of the fact that if you look at some of his press conferences, especially after a loss, he takes the initiative and say, I didn't put the people in the right position. That loss is on me. That loss is, I didn't put the people where they need to be at as far as to say to succeed in that spot. So it's like, he can take the responsibility for it, but it's on him to make the changes.
But you did it multiple times, though. It took you 14 weeks to change the offense for McCarthy. You basically squandered the win against the Baltimore Ravens because you didn't want to run the ball. Like that's what I'm saying, though. Like we not in year 1.
Yeah, but you don't want to be too predictable, though. You don't want to be too predictable as far as saying like
the offense is already too predictable.
But okay, if you want to say that, then say this. Then say this as far as let's go back a few years ago when Seattle was in the Super Bowl. Everybody know when Marshawn Lynch rung them all the way down to the 9-yard line. Oh, they're gonna get the ball to Marshawn Lynch because he's been beating them.
If they gave the ball to Marshawn Lynch, he got them down there.
But he got them down there. You're right, but at the same time, it was predictable because the whole defense was setting up for the run because of the fact they had 9 men deep in the box.
On what? On first and goal?
I can't say that one. TP, how you feel about that one?
Talk to me.
I don't get a Super Bowl if they run the ball at Marshawn Lynch in the Super Bowl against the Patriots.
First and goal.
You give it to Marshawn Lynch, man.
Yeah.
You can't throw that one out there.
That right there, that's literally a situation where a head coach loses them a game because they are trying to do more than what it. The obvious and simple thing to do right there. The hard part was already done. In that situation, all you literally do is give the ball to Marshawn Lynch. That's the only thing that makes sense. Right. You got to think about it. And when it's 1 yard, and I don't know, like the defense can know. The defense can know what you're doing.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yep.
You only need 1 yard.
That's it.
Like Everybody in the stadium could know Marshawn is getting the ball right here. You still got to stop it.
Ain't like it forced to 2.
Yeah, exactly.
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 So you can't. All I'm saying, though, T, and everybody, in the chat, and Zoe and TP, look, we going from the Viking standpoint of view, we going in year 5. This is year 4 will be over tomorrow. We still having the same conversations that we had in year 1, and it hasn't been changed. So what I'm saying is, if you having the same conversations and you've done what you did in the offseason to make it better, now you got to just blow that side of the coaching staff up to see what you actually can do. And that's just why I'm always like, I'm a little like, hesitant to blame the GM or certain things with the players like that, because I feel like some young players don't get the opportunity to actually play because they want to go out and get old players. So this team has no development. There's a lot of issues. Right. There's a lot of issues on this roster, and it starts with the coaching staff. And I'm saying coaching staff. I'm saying Kevin O'Connell and everybody down. It starts with them, man. Like, we got to start holding them accountable, bro. And if we don't hold them accountable to the standard of, hey, you basically squandered the fucking season where you could be in the playoffs because you decided not to run the ball, then what the fuck is going to be next year? We're gonna be having the same questions next year. We gonna get on this panel next year, and be like, damn, they lost the game because it was 31 and Kevin O'Connell dropped back for a motherfucking play action pass when he shouldn't have ran the ball. We can't do that no more. We gotta keep.
Okay. So what's going to be the narrative next year? Let's just say hypothetical that he turns this whole team around. Brian Flores stays another year, and then all of a sudden, our expectations are met as far as reaching the Super Bowl. What's going to be the narrative then? Is it going to be still to say, get rid of Kevin O'Connell? Hey, let his ass walk because he didn't actually give it over there or what?
Hey, listen here. Hey, T, listen here. What you just said, you talking about Super Bowl. Have you seen Kevin O'Connell? I just want to know. Have you seen this head coach in 4 years win a fucking playoff game? So for you to say, would be the narrative change, I would think if we make the Super Bowl, that means Kevin O'Connell to change a lot at play calling. But me as a fan base and watching the Viking team I watch on TV for the past 4 or 5 years, the shit not going to change. And I predict Kevin O'Connell is going to be fired by week 9 or week 10 next year.
I look at it like this, though. You gotta tailor realistic expectations. Coming into this season, I knew there was going to be a learning curve with JJ McCarthy. I predicted he was going to lead the league in picks the first 7 games. He's going to figure it out. And if you actually think about it, from him playing 10 games, he started to play better after that 7th game. I figured that shit was going to happen. Now, with it being said, as a team, of my expectations going forward, the Minnesota Vikings have to find a way to go into the playoffs and actually win a playoff game. We can't sit here and be like, oh, we won 14 games or, everything is okay. We need to win in the motherfucking playoffs. I don't care about no 14. I really don't.
Hey, D Wood.
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you this. In year 5, shit, I'm looking for 2 playoff wins now. Shit, let's be for real, though.
I get you, but I'm just saying, man, this year, I don't know how y'all feel about it, and maybe TP feel about his Giants. This year was a fucking disappointment to me, man. Like, I feel we went backwards as a fucking team, man. Like, and they just like, we should be in the playoffs. We shouldn't be playing this week, but we basically playing for nothing, and our season is over. So I'm just tailoring it as like, all right, y'all get one more shot, win a playoff game.
I'll say this from the outside looking in. This is how I view y'all. Like, y'all definitely have a reason to be pissed because now that y'all were capable of more than what it ended up being.
Yep.
Because I feel like this last stretch was very important for y'all. Like, to me, this last stretch of games, it really showed y'all on what it should have been the whole season. Now, is that frustrating? Yeah. But at least you get to leave this season with knowing that fact. Because trust me, there's other teams like us who don't have that. and it could be a lot worse. So I mean, I get it. Like it definitely should be frustrating because it's just like, why weren't y'all doing this a lot earlier in the season? It
Yeah.
just it doesn't make sense, and that to me is a fireable offense in itself.
Yep.
Like you can't just throw away a whole season because you're incompetence. No, that's
Can't do that.
you can't do that. So I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but I do understand the frustrations and you know that aspect of it.
We got Mr. Pink in the chat. He said, fire KLC, make Beeflo the head coach, and bring in Mike McDaniel, you know, to run the offense. I think Mike McDaniel is staying in Miami. I don't think he's going. I don't think he's going nowhere. And somebody got you, TP. Said you right. Players never give up on the season. That's true. That's true. Players playing hard. They got incentives to get. They got families to feed. They got to do what they got to do, man. Like they can't just sit there and just the season is over, so we're gonna shut it down. Like they don't do that. That's why I never got the situation when it's like, oh man, McCarthy shouldn't play. What else comment we got in here?
Look, real quick, I do got to get up out of here because I got to start the stream myself.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Thank you for coming in here, man. You always
good,
TP.
Come here. I'll at y'all.
All right, man.
Hey, TP.
Right. Yo.
Hey, when do you leave?
January 20th.
Where you going, TP?
Oh, you wasn't here on that episode.
Where you going?
To the Army.
You going back?
Yeah, now I'm going in basic. Nah, this is my first go.
Okay.
I know a lot of people will be like, "Oh, man, I didn't think you was that young." No, motherfuckers, I'm not that young. I'm the old man going in, but
okay, you going in 2 days before my birthday then?
Oh, word?
Yeah, my shit on the 22nd.
How long you gonna be gone for?
Man, a lot of this off season. Okay. That's the part that's gonna kill me. You know, being away from the family and being away from football. That shit gonna kill me. But you know, we it's all part of the master plan, man. And you know, gotta handle biz, man. But
yeah. Good luck to you, TP.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we definitely gonna get up before then. And
yeah.
It's on your birthday. Hold on, your birthday before I go. I may need a little outing before.
Yeah, my shit on the 22nd, man. We can put stuff together before you leave, though.
Yeah, for real. Sure. We got to.
But all right, fellas.
All right, man. Good looking.
Yes, sir. Peace.
All right. So I got about 30, 40 more minutes, man. Still, and I enjoy the conversation about, all these topics. We don't talk about a lot of other things, but we never talked about the game tomorrow, man. Like we talked about the game tomorrow. We still got a game. And, I don't know how y'all feel about the game tomorrow, but man, it's the Packers. I don't give a fuck what they playing their fifth stringers. Beat the Packers at all costs. So I'll pass it to you. How you feel about tomorrow's game before we get up out of here, man?
And I feel like I get the same mindset with you, at the Packers, and I don't care, like they playing, like you said, their fifth, fourth string. As long as the Vikings come out with that dub, and have that winning record, that's all that matters. So,
okay. Now, so I kind of already know how you feel about it. So I'm gonna ask the chat. Like the chat before we get up out of here, man. I know we had a couple of questions. I forgot who said it. Basically, the question was, who should we keep next year, Jordan Addison or Jalen Naylor? I forgot who said it in the chat, but as of right now, everybody in the chat, let us know what kind of questions you want us to ask real quick before we get out of here. Zoe, you can answer that question. Who'd you rather keep?
The Vikings way is keep Addison. But my way is you get Addison a 3-year deal off of him and the JJ chemistry, give him a 3-year deal, and take that draft pick with Jordan Addison and build off that. But the Vikings not going to do that. They're going to let Addison walk. They're going to let Naylor walk, and they might work out a re-deal with Addison. But the right way would be to trade Addison.
Mm-hmm.
That to me.
You know what? I like Addison a lot. He's one of my favorite players on this roster. I like his shiftiness. I like, how he plays receiver position. But it's growing on me as the fact that, with this team having too many holes, that having two top tier receivers on high end contracts might be too much of a luxury going forward at this point. And like I'm real big on roster building, and I kind of feel like if you can, it's like Zoe said, if you can kind of get Jalen Naylor in here as a cost effective, friendly deal for 3 seasons as a prove it deal to see what he can do at number 2, I might be open to that because like I said before, this team has a lot of holes on this roster, and just having 2 high end, highly paid receivers, that might not be the way to go going forward. And you might be ready to get what you can get if you can get a 3rd, 4th pick, or if somebody can offer you a first, that might be something you do for Addison just to kind of like smooth off this roster and even it out a little bit. I mean, that's different from what I said before, but like it's just growing on me a little bit, Mainly because
so let me ask you 2 questions. Let me ask you 2 this question. It's been thinking I've been thinking about this for a while. What
the fuck is that?
Who do you guys think is it's my dog?
That's a dog. That motherfucker need a haircut.
Yeah, she look scruffy though, but
I know what the fuck that was.
Yeah,
I'm about to tell you, like, man, you better beat that motherfucker.
But who do y'all think is gonna be gone as far as from the Vikings from a financial standpoint? Like you said, we gonna,
the roster?
Like anybody who from the roster, right? Who do you think is gonna be gone from the roster from a financial standpoint? Like who are we losing during the off season?
I think you might. I think TJ is a possibility. I think I think they might pull the trigger on O'Neal, considering his age and his high cap, if they can't get a restructure done. Somebody in the chat said Hargrave. I think Hargrave, yeah. But there's a lot of people on this roster that might not be here. I mean, shit. I wouldn't be too mad if Josh Metellus is off this roster, because you don't know what your DC is going to be. So it's going to be a lot of moves, man, this season. And some of them as a fan we might not like, but it might be moves that they got to make for the long run, because they can't keep running it back with the same group. Like, you got to do something different.
Like, I could see, like me, I could see CJ Ham being gone. I could see Aaron Jones, TJ Big Ass Hawkinson needs to be up out of here. Harrison Smith needs to wrap it up. I believe Hargrave or Allen, one of them are coming back. I'm not for sure which one. I don't know about the cap though, but one of them coming back, I believe. And O'Neal, I don't think they move off O'Neal for real. Just look at the whole offensive line.
Yeah, he the leader.
But Ryan Kelly, I think he leaving too. I think this is last year. But yeah, like the Vikings gonna have a lot of turnover this past offseason, as they should.
And I think so too. Like, considering like with this draft, and the Vikings gonna have close to 10 picks on this draft, like they got to get to the point to where they're bringing in younger talent that can kind of like fill the bottom of this roster. And I told Zoe before, he asked me, he's like, why the special teams so bad? Because they don't have the bottom of the roster. That's fucking special teams. That's what a young guy supposed to play at. You got motherfucking old ass veterans playing special teams and shit, and they can't keep up. So it's gonna be a lot of turnover. And just like I said earlier, it's gonna be players that people love that that might not go. And this person got a good point. Like, me personally, I would trade Darisal's ass. Like,
I ain't trading Darisal.
I'll trade Darisal.
I can't trade. I can't trade Darisal.
I don't think he was healthy this year though.
Yeah, he wasn't. He got rushed. Okay, so this is the question though, right? And I'm glad you said he wasn't healthy. We talked a lot about the Vikings coaches being booted out. I think they need to fucking get the whole new training staff too. And what I mean, training staff, people are get hurt and they can't come back fast.
You know what we ain't talking about though?
What?
Kevin O'Connell, if I believe he's gonna stay. The Vikings need to bring in a run game coordinator, bro.
A real OC. Yeah. You want a run game coordinator. I get you, Zoe. Before you get a run game coordinator, you need to bring in a motherfucking better offensive coordinator.
Okay, D-Wood, can I ask you a question, D-Wood? if our head coach telling you the game plan, what is the new OC gonna do that the old OC ain't do? Because I'm telling you what the fuck I'm running.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm saying, so what the new OC really gonna bring to the table?
True.
Because my thing is, and I agree with you on this. Kevin O'Connell needs to actually relinquish his play calling abilities as far as the offense. If you want to bring in an offensive coordinator, relinquish your play calling abilities and say, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna be the head coach. I'm gonna let my offensive head coordinator and do his job, because my opinion is, what's the point of having Wade Phillips there if he's not gonna let him do his job?
My point is though, my bad D Woods. My point is D Woods and T. Like we all praised Dan Campbell when he had Ben Johnson, right?
True.
He was a good head coach. At the end of the day, Kevin O'Connell got to realize we don't give a fuck if you call the plays or not. If your football team is winning, you're going to get all the fucking praise.
Anywhere it go. Yeah.
So I think Kevin O'Connell got the thing in his head. He had to call plays to.
If you want to be Sean McVay.
Yeah, but no, we don't give a fuck about that. If you hire the right dude,
you're going to be all right.
Some Vikings think, oh, he should run a Kelsey offense, y'all. It all gonna be them talks. But who cares if you win a game?
Hey, I look at it like this though, right? How we had that long talk about, dealing with the same problems over and over again. I think at the end of the day, when they start doing those exit meetings, I think that's gonna be the one thing that's gonna come up is gonna be what to do with this offense, especially the offense is highly paid versus the other side of the ball. Offense is spending a lot of money. And I think Kevin O'Connell is gonna have to be forced to, hey, we need to bring in somebody that's gonna fix this offense, and you're gonna have to fucking work with them. And what I mean work with them is they're gonna have to say so on this offense, and you have to say so over the team. But at the end of the day, like Kevin O'Connell gonna have to do that shit. And I think Zoe is right in the point of being, if they run it all back with everything like it is right now, and you have the same problems, Kevin O'Connell will be fired by week 10. He'll be fired because as a management point of view, you want to give the people up under you every opportunity to succeed. And even if you know they fucking up, you still want to give them a chance and say, look, I gave you that last chance. This year is going to be Kevin O'Connell's last chance to fix this shit. And if he can't fix it, it's going to be what it is. Just like how some of y'all feel about Quasi. If Quasi don't hit in the draft this year and, multiple players X, Y, and Z don't pan out, then he out. Like, yeah. I think it's going to be changes across the board. Like for real. When it's concerned in the front office, I think Quasi gonna have to fire some scouts, and he's gonna have to stop being too cute. They might bring in somebody as a better assistant GM to help him out. Like, it's gonna be changes, bro. We just gotta be prepared for it. The good thing about it is we're gonna be making a lot of content about that shit too.
Hell yeah.
hey, for real, we're gonna be making a lot of content about that shit. But yeah, man, it's like I just look at it though, man. Like, we shouldn't be in this position right now. If we won maybe 2 more games with the bad play calling, we could be playing for a playoff spot right now and actually get that playoff win. But I mean, hindsight is 2020. But Kevin O'Connell got to start changing this shit up, man. He need to. Shit got to change, man. We can't keep talking about the same problems in year 5 that we talked about in year 1. We can't. We can't do that shit. Straight up. Now, we about to get out of here. I'm gonna ask the chat one more time, man. Because I'm about to start watching more of this Tampa Bay game. It's looking good. It's raining out there too. So the motherfuckers dropping the ball like crazy.
No, it stopped raining. It stopped raining now. It stopped now.
Actually crazy. So let's go in the chat real quick. Anybody got, any more, comments or questions y'all want to ask before we get up out of here, man? I'll wait. And if y'all want to say something before we get up out of here, let me just go ahead.
I just want to say, man, let's go to the bowl. Hopefully next season will be a way better season for Vikings fans. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, In the Zone Sports. Damn, my whole name on this bitch now.
Yeah,
damn, I ain't beat that shit, dude. Like, damn. Then subscribe to my boy D Wood. Go say to my.
I thought you did that on your own, man.
No, I think when I logged on my phone, it did that shit.
I changed it for you right there. My bad.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Like, damn, the whole government on this bitch. But I think T is on Twitter talking this Viking shit, man. But we need y'all to subscribe to the channel, man. Like the video and support the fucking real, y'all. Like, we got supporting the fake shit out there that telling y'all what y'all want to hear. and they not speaking from the heart. If KLC deliver us a Super Bowl within the next year, because he only getting 1 year, I would get on the bitch and tell everybody I was wrong. But I also would tell y'all this. That motherfucker had a chance to give a play call to get that Super Bowl. But at the end of the day, we keep the content real from the heart and not what half y'all want to hear, man. We need y'all to support the channel, both channels, Skull State of Mind, In the Zone Sports. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and keep on watching when we go live. When we drop videos, man, all you gotta do is watch the video, bro. Like the video. It costs you nothing. It's free.
And for everybody in the chat that's watching, whatever, I talk a lot on X, man. Zoe know he always telling me to get off the X arguing with people, but
my boy be on that X, like
that's me. Always contacting me there, you know, and you know, just like T, man. He wanted to get on and talk some football. We bring him on. Like, we ain't tripping. We always drop the link. If you want to get on, talk your shit, even if you ain't a Viking fan and you want to talk football, you can talk. Right. We ain't even tripping. But I can say this though. I can't be feeling too bad about football because at least my Hurricanes in the playoffs, and
that was crazy win.
Hey, for real.
You know what crazy D was? I'm happy y'all beat Ohio State, bro.
For real, man. Nobody win that damn game. I
don't know how much you watch college football or not, but that rookie receiver y'all got, what's his name? McCarthy Tony?
Yeah.
You know he's supposed to be in high school right now, right?
I don't know how he pulled that shit off.
He's supposed to be in high school playing his senior year right now.
Hey, it's Florida. They weird down there. They figure some shit out. You know how it is. But hey, I still got that to look forward to. What up, Dale, man? My bad, Dale. We didn't acknowledge you earlier, but we see you in the chat, man. Hey, Zoe, we going live after the game tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Tonight. But I gotta go do some family shit. T, tell them what you gotta say, man. Whatever you gotta say before we get up out of here, man. Because we had a great show. And
I'm just happy to be a part of this, man. You know, it's you know, if all brothers around here, so it's like it's all love, no matter what. So,
hey, Zoe, you know what? I just thought about this shit right now. We back. Saturday Night Lives is back. We back. We're gonna be doing this shit off season too.
Let's do it.
So let's get up out of here so I can watch that game.